Today, I want to talk to you about an important update regarding Traffic Mod. If you used it over the last week, you're fucked. Some of you may know me as a City Skylines content creator, but it's not my day job. That is in cybersecurity with a focus on threat intelligence. And today, those worlds collided when I saw the following come across my Discord. Important update for all City Skylines 2 players. There is a potential security issue that has affected the Traffic Mod for City Skylines 2. For those that don't know, Traffic Manager Present Edition was rebranded simply Traffic for City Skylines 2. This is one of the top mods on PDX Mods with over 360,000 subscribers. It's an absolutely essential mod that everyone has, and it's a perfect target for a threat actor. Late Monday evening, an outside actor pushed an update to the mod, which includes a DLL file which we believe is malicious. We've already removed the file, and the current version as of 2024-1031 at 1535 CET is safe to download and use, but if your mod synced and you played the game using the mod between Monday and then, there is a possibility that you may have the malicious file. Based on the analysis of said malicious file, I'm going to go on a limb and guess a lot of people still have a malicious file, but more on that in a minute. We are working to determine the nature of this DLL, and we will update you as soon as possible. In the meantime, please take the following steps as soon as possible to secure your system. If you have not played the Traffic Mod and have not subscribed nor downloaded it, there should be no risk to your system and nothing you need to do. If you have the Traffic Mod and have not played City Skylines 2 between Monday and today, October 31st, let the mod sync as normal and the malicious file should be deleted automatically. Please still scan your system with anti-malware program like Windows Defender. Let's pause for a minute and talk about why Defender is fine for everyday use, but in this case, it will completely fail, and demonstrably so. Check out these results from VirusTotal. VirusTotal is a free online service that analyzes files and URLs for malicious content using 72 engines and generates a report that shows the results from each in alphabetical order. At the time of writing, just 6 of 72 security vendors thought the file was malicious. And it's definitely malicious. And Defender's not one of those 6, by the way. Defender will not protect you here. I cannot stress this enough. If you're running a Defender scan, you're giving yourself a false sense of security. Now, I'm not unpacking this malware myself, but let's talk about what the file is capable of. MITRE ATT&CK, Adversarial Tactics, Techniques, and Common Knowledge, is a framework that helps organizations understand and respond to cyber attacks. It's effectively a knowledge base that documents how cyber attackers operate, including the tactics, techniques, and procedures that they use. The behavior of the offending file is particularly interesting and rather advanced. Here are some of the attack boxes it checks. The file attempts to maintain persistence. This is trying to maintain a foothold. It's about keeping access to the system across restarts, change credentials, and other interruptions that could cut off access. And guess what? It probably includes migrating itself to another process if it's any good at all. And if so, that DLL you deleted wasn't really important to the attacker. There's a very good chance they are still there running from someplace else. Techniques used for persistence can include replacing or hijacking legitimate code or adding startup code, which looks like the case here. Privilege escalation is the adversary trying to gain higher level permissions. It's possible to enter and explore a network with unprivileged access, but require elevated permissions to follow through on objectives. These techniques often overlap with persistence techniques, as OS features that let an adversary persist can execute in an elevated context. The traffic malware in particular handles persistence and escalation via sideloading of other DLLs, which, if launched in a system context, give the attacker complete control over machines. Mods don't need to evade defenses. Malware would like to, however. Defense evasion does exactly what it says in the box. The adversary is trying to avoid being detected. Here we see obfuscated and encoded files and information, indicator removal hiding its tracks. Several Microsoft signed binaries that are default on Windows installations can be used to proxy execute other files or commands. And that's being leveraged here by calling on Run32DLL, a very common sideloading technique. Virtualization and sandbox evasion are also techniques here that avoid analysis environments, like VirusTotal that I mentioned before. Attackers try to identify if code is being virtualized or analyzed, and it can behave differently in an attempt to evade detection of its true nature. Again, not something traffic mods generally have to do. Discovery is another box checked here. It's the adversary trying to figure out your environment. Here it consists of techniques to gain knowledge about the system itself and the internal network, and also enumerates all files of Windows in potential preparation for ransomware deployment. On top of all this, there is also a layer of command and control. Adversaries may communicate using existing protocols to avoid detection or network filtering by blending into existing traffic, in this case, standard HTTP traffic. This allows attackers to deploy more instructions or more malware at a later date. This is not some run-of-the-mill attack. This is multi-layered and fairly advanced. I can't say what the potential impact will be, but I would take this very seriously if I was playing Cities Skylines 2. But I'm not though, so back to the announcement. If you have been playing the affected version, please check your local files. If you have any malicious files installed, you will find them here. Sure, that's a directory that they could be, but you might also find or not find malicious files elsewhere. Note that it is only specifically the 80095_13 folder that will contain malicious files. If you do not see this folder, you do not have the compromised version of the mod. That just honestly that's not true. From all the basic analysis that's available on just the samples that we've seen, you cannot make that assumption. It's irresponsible to make that assumption. So let me just be real clear here. Do you know what an attacker would do with remote control of a system and knowledge of that information? I'd probably rename the folder. If you do locate this folder, use an antivirus or anti-malware program to quarantine it and remove it from your system, and run a thorough scan of your drives. And hopefully you're running one of the 6 of 72 vendors that finds a problem with the file in the first place. As a precaution, we recommend changing your passwords. And I cannot stress this enough. Please change your passwords. Every one of them. What do you mean everyone? You are a target, and here's why. Even if they don't ransom your system, you have logon details they can steal and sell. And if you work for a company, and if you've ever connected to their email or remoted in from a home machine, maybe you reuse passwords. Maybe that becomes that foot in the door to the corporate network. It's basic access, but with privilege escalation, it's worth the investment on time from the threat actor. We are working on the following steps to ensure you can enjoy our mods safely and securely. First of all, our mods, the fact that you're peddling this work off to the community is why we are here today. If you could be bothered to put a traffic management tool into a traffic management game, we might not be having this conversation. Speaking of safely and securely, look at this bullshit I saw in the official Discord earlier. Quote, I really appreciate the effort of modders and PDX to try their best to ensure our safety. End quote. Again, the efforts of modders and PDX created this giant mess. We'll be going through all files uploaded to Paradox Mods to see if other mods have had unexpected updates. How? We have contacted the modder whose mod was compromised and discussed our recommended steps to secure their account. They have updated traffic to a safe version, so anyone playing with the new version, v0.2.4, is playing with a safe version. But they didn't even update the mod page to mention anything about a massive breach. Okay. Paradox Mods will receive an update that notifies modders when their mods have been updated, so that creators are quickly alerted to changes they have not personally made. And this is the ultimate smooth brain play here, because guess who's going to get that notification next time? The attacker who took over the modder's account. It's so stupid it hurts my dick. Sharing creative game content is at the heart of our community at Paradox, and we will continue to ensure you can explore mods safely. You need to go change your passwords now. All of them. Stop watching YouTube, stop playing Cities, and good luck. I'm honestly getting tired of dunking on Cities at this point, but if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Subscribe for more, because they're probably not done fucking us up. And I'll see you on the next one. Until then, This is Move the Mouse saying, I told you so 10 months ago! Nerd alert time. There's a lengthy cybersecurity tangent I could go on here, but I won't. My day job focuses on cyber threat intelligence. So let me just say this. Please be careful downloading any mods, know what you're doing, and try to do it from reputable sources. That last part is kind of tough right now. With no Steam Workshop support and Paradox mods still just a future aspiration, the community already has options, but enter at your own risk. The city's modding Discord recommends sticking to Thunderstore and Nexus mods for now. GitHub may also be an option, but keep in mind threat actors use GitHub too, and Discord for that matter. They're both popular sites for the distribution of malware because users and networks inherently trust them as a source, and your willingness to seek out and run external code is something that attackers do take advantage of.
Hide the planet! Hide the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!